Hey people, welcome to Mental Health in Music. I have got North West legend in front of me, none other than DJ Vectra. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
How are you? How's life?
I'm good. Life's alright. Can't complain too much.
Yeah.
Too much? Yeah, man.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
I want to start off with SLK because you were part of one of the biggest crews in North West. Yeah. What is it like to have that title and carry that weight?
Do you know what's mad? At the time, it didn't seem like anything. So then after, when it was towards the end or when it was finished, that's when you realise, oh, right, like the crew was big. I mean, you meet people now, and it's like, yeah, I used to listen to your crew. Like, yeah, it's mad. It's crazy. But at the time, it didn't seem like much.
Yeah, but come on, you were repping for North West.
Yeah, but there was other people about.
So
we kind of felt equal. I guess it never went to no one's heads.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Can we just clarify for those who don't know, all the members of SLK?
Oh, wow. I'm going to miss some of that. No, I am. So Van Damage, a.k.a. Adam B, Fletter D, Suavo, Shiesty Shads, Big Mighty, Scraps, I can offer Scraps, Policy, Mondi, Scuffer, Ribs, I'm not forgetting someone.
Someone's gonna be upset.
Iceman, J Money, Blacks. Oh my god, someone's gonna kill me. I don't forget someone.
Who have you forgotten?
Have I forgotten? Did I say Suavo?
Yep.
I said Suavo. BMD.
Yep.
BMD. Battle Axe.
Yep.
There was so many. Oh my deals. Envy.
Envy.
We got Envy. Is that it? Was there more? I feel like this is just question.
It's coming like so solid now. It's bare of you.
Bare of us. And they had younger SLK as well.
Yeah, well, I remember younger SLK. Yeah.
Era, King Craze, Vega, Tallboy. I think that's it. Anyone I missed out, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're sorry. It's my fault. I put you under pressure.
That's a Scuffer as well.
Yeah, you did say. Yeah. Why do you think SLK was so big in ends? If you think about it, because obviously we had East London where they say grime was born. We had North, we had South, we had West. What is it that put North West particularly on the map?
Couple things that kind of helped. We was on Raw Mission, which was Northwest North Station before. Then it moved to East. And then we had a show on there, and then all the other East crews was on there, Roddy, Mucky Wolfpack, etc. So then we was on the same airways as them, and was other people listening to. So I think that kind of got us into that kind of scene, the East scene, and then
because they'd be like, where you're from, and obviously you'd say Northwest London.
Yeah. And obviously Fletter D was doing sets, special delivery, which was the East crew. So all that helped. Then he got into Eskimo dance. So at the time, it was only a couple people. Bashi, obviously, he joined East Co. And Musical Mob was from the ends. But obviously, they was making the big tunes, Pulse X and that. So that's how the East people knew about them and Johnny Cash, etc.
So that was our grime scene, isn't it?
Can't forget
Eastwood. Can't forget Eastwood.
He made one of the biggest grime tunes ever.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's what put North West on the map.
Yes.
And now we're recognised.
Now we're
principal, if you want to call it.
Staple on the map.
Sometimes people say to me, what do you mean you're from North West? I mean, what do you mean? It's North West, isn't it? Come on.
Do you know what annoys me, yeah? You see when people call North West North London.
Yes. It's not the same place.
Because it's very far apart.
Yeah, they are far apart.
Very far apart.
Yeah.
It's definitely North West.
It's not the same thing at all. You were playing out, like doing gigs from early, I would say. How do you think that was for your confidence, especially starting out as a DJ, having playouts and things like that?
It definitely helped, because I was playing at under 18s when I was about 15, 16. And they was doing the events company, Bigger Fish, was doing big venues.
Bigger Fish.
Kentish Town Forum.
Bagley, is it Bagley's?
Yeah, done Bagley's.
Yep.
So all those big big stages I was doing from when I was young, so that kind of...
That's where all the over 18s were going as well, isn't it? Obviously when they had their adult raves, but they were doing it for under 18s in those places.
So that kind of gave me my confidence.
Yeah.
As a DJ.
Yeah.
It's belief in my ability kind of thing.
Do you think it made you confident as a person as well?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I was quiet kid, innit? And then obviously to get onto Bigger Fish was a big thing.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, playing a Bigger Fish, so that kind of did boost my confidence as a person.
What's it like being the quiet one in the crew of so many people?
Do you know what? Do you know what? I wouldn't say I was the quiet one in the crew.
Yeah.
See, when we was all together, like no one was really quiet.
Yeah.
Like, the wickedest man in the crew is the biggest joker in the crew.
Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking of a name in my head when you say that, and I'm not going to say it.
The wickedest man in the crew, men in the crew, were the biggest jokers. Like, everyone was, like jokes. Jokes. You wouldn't believe. Like, how we was kind of portrayed as being like, these bad boys from the ends.
Yeah.
But when we was together, our closest people though, like, it's pure banter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How do you think that dynamic helped you in kind of making music with each other? Like,
I think because that kind of, everyone could be themselves.
Yeah.
Because obviously on the outside, like, you see someone on the road, you might look at them, someone approaching him because he's a bad man. You know what I mean? But because everyone was so cool and it was just themselves, everyone was busting jokes, like, banter. Everything happened organically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. With the success of Hype, how do you think that affected the crew in any way?
Yes. Kind of in a way, not purposely, but it kind of segregated the crew.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Is that because obviously there were, if you want to call it, the main members on the tune, and then, the other members?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing done purposely, but I think it was just a thing that just happened. Obviously, those guys done the tune, and they was off doing their thing, and we was kind of just about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were still doing that pirate radio. They was doing like big shows and that, and us was still doing that pirate radio. They didn't really have time at the time to do it, so that kind of did affect things. Dynamic. You know what I mean? What
pirate radio stations were you on? I know you was on Raw Mission.
We done loads. What did we do?
Freeze.
We did have a proper show on Freeze. We done Freeze, Manic, Raw.
Did you do React?
We did React. We used to do that, everything. Laylo, yeah. Laylo. We used to do that radio tour. Any station that would just let us on, we would jump on it. All those internet stations, Manic. I can't remember the names. There's so many stations.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just go on One Extra a lot as well.
Yeah.
Just go on One Extra a lot. Yeah, I can't remember. So many.
Rinse as well?
No, never done Rinse. I got Rinse by myself.
You got a Rinse show later, yeah.
Yeah, later.
Say that.
Yeah, but we never done.
Interesting.
Never done a Rinse.
Because Rinse was like the main station
that was
at that
the
time,
pinnacle.
innit? That was where you was aiming for. Yeah.
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 That was the
Rinse.
pinnacle.
Did you think or picture yourself when you first started where you'd be now?
Pardon? Or where I'll be now?
Yeah.
No, to be honest.
Did you ever have a goal in mind of where you wanted to take your DJing?
I just wanted to play at certain events.
Yeah.
If that was my goal, I wanted to play at like Sidewinder.
Yeah.
Carriage Nation, all the big raves at that time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play at them and certain venues.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, I did get to play out
Sick.
all of them. So that was my goal. So
yeah.
Anything else was more of a bonus.
I want to talk about Bigger Fish.
Yes.
Bigger Fish was the ting in North West, isn't it?
Was.
Like.
Big Fish was sick.
Big up me. Bigger Fish.
Big up me because he found a Bigger Fish.
Okay. How did that start, Bigger Fish? I know how you got involved, but how did Bigger Fish start? Do you know?
I think it started, correct me if I'm wrong, in the Winchester Youth Project, Swiss Cottage.
Okay.
It was doing small events, and I think from there he just started doing DJ workshops, going to schools and stuff.
Which you were a part of, doing DJ workshops?
Yes, DJ workshops. So that's how I got into Bigger Fish.
Yeah.
That's how I got my first booking as a DJ.
Sick.
It was quite sick. I went to a DJ workshop at a youth club.
Yeah.
I met Shiesty Shadow there because he was actually working at Bigger Fish.
Wow.
He was working there, and me and Policy came to do the workshop.
Okay.
And that's where we linked up. But like us three became proper brethren. But funny enough, Shiesty Shadow used to live next door to me as a kid, but we didn't know until our mums met.
Yeah.
Like, because he used to come to my house, so his mum was like, "Oh, I need to see where my son's going."
Yeah.
So she came into my house, met my mum, and then we realised, oh snap,
that's mad.
She lived next door, like knew his dad, everything.
Wow.
Mad.
I feel like the whole of Northwest at that time was doing something with bigger fish, and it was like every
Suavo was there.
Yep.
Flatter D used to do it.
Yep.
Like everyone, Ultra.
Remember YBM?
YBM.
Was Policy in YBM or SLK?
So him and Big Mighty was originally in YBM.
Yep.
And then, because Policy was just a man then, we used to go to his house. He used to go to either my house, Shiesty's house, or Policy's house.
Yeah.
So it just made sense for them to join SLK. They joined a bit later on in the thing. But it was YBM.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
Big old YBM.
Back in the days. Oh my gosh. What was it like at that age, so young, teaching people how to DJ? Because you were what, 15, 16?
15, 16, doing workshops, going into schools. That was like my first job when I left school.
Yeah, that's like a serious vocation. That's actually something.
Well, see, because 14 or 15, I got the first pair of decks.
Wow.
And I said to my mum, I ain't going to college. Like, I want to be a DJ. And she was like, oh, whatever, innit? Whatever. So I got the job at Bigger Fish.
Yeah.
I said to mum, like, see, this is
gonna
me.
be a DJ, yeah.
DJ. But I did go to college. But yeah, it was sick going into schools and teaching people how to DJ and like, yeah, sick. Like certain people that are big now went to Bigger Fish.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Wow.
Kenny All-Star. Afro B.
Crazy.
Loads of people.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even think. Like Little Sims done open mic.
Wow.
Kentish Town Forum.
Yeah.
Ambush. Like bare people.
So even though it was a Northwest thing, there were other people from other ends in there.
Other ends, yeah, because
coming together.
I think that at that time was like the only under 18s apart from Black Tie Ball. Black Tie Ball wasn't.
Black Tie Ball.
Black Tie Ball was more of a different vibe.
Yeah,
you had to
that was
up.
more of a dress up thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bigger Fish was more of the skanking out, raving tracksuit.
Skanking out and wherever you want, comfortable.
Do you think that Bigger Fish is the cause of your work that you do now as a youth worker? Do you think that's where it started?
100%. Because I think without Bigger Fish, I don't know. Through doing that, I got loads of opportunities to do other things, DJ, travel, So I wanted to kind of give back, do youth work, and someone might be in my shoes, innit? And I can help them.
How did you start your youth work from Bigger Fish? Was it something that you knew you wanted to do, or you just fell into?
Do you know, I was doing that. I don't know, I tried to do bare things. Like, I was I've done engineering, done IT, done you name it, business.
I feel like everyone did a business qualification, or they went to City of Westminster College.
That's where I went.
Yeah,
City of Westminster. First day, that's the first day I walked in. Suavo was in my class.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, that was a myth from then. Felt that. Went back the next year, done IT, I passed that. I was like, I want to do nothing. I want to do business. And me and Shiesty Shads did business.
Wow.
Got kicked out of college.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the youth work thing. I think Suavo was working in the youth club, the Winch, and he was like, they want to do DJ workshop.
In Bridge, do you say?
Nah, in the Winch. It's
okay.
Cottage.
Okay.
And he's like, I want to do DJing workshops. I was like, cool, I'm on it. We'll just replicate the whole Bigger Fish style.
Yeah.
And then the manager I met there, she was like, do you want to do a youth work course?
Okay.
And then she put me in the youth work course, and that's kind of where it started.
How long did that take you to do?
I'm not gonna lie, I failed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a bit wireless still. I failed it. I failed it, but with youth work, you can kind of do it with experience. You don't really need the qualification per se.
Yeah.
And then, but a few years, then I was still doing it, but I was just doing random jobs and Then I wanted to do IT. build computers, and then like a course building computers. But I found it boring. I did pass that though. I found it boring, so I said, you know, let me try one more time and do the youth work. So I ended up doing like a level 3 in youth work. And at the time, my brother was doing a degree in youth work.
Okay.
So I done that, passed that, and then that's our in the youth work.
That's mad. What if you never went back to it? Imagine what you'd be doing now.
I don't know.
If you didn't decide to give it another try.
I don't know what I'd be doing, to be totally honest. Maybe I'd done IT.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd actually done IT.
Do you enjoy IT?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I like building
computers.
Building computers and
That's
fixing.
mad technical.
Yeah, it's on like a hidden talent thing. People,
Quite
when I say I connect people, like, oh, I didn't expect that.
You gotta have so much patience for that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you put the whole thing together and it don't work. So.
You gotta take it
apart again, and yeah.
That's mad. Have you heard of a YouTuber called Els the Witch?
Yes.
Yes. So she's an IT person, if you want to call them that, and she built her own PC and she talks about it. And I'm like, how do you even begin to do that?
That's crazy.
Mad, isn't it? So she plays her PC games on the PC that she's built. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently building a new one for myself.
Wow.
I'm building actually. So at work, I'm going a bit off subject, but at work, got a donation of old PCs from Rockstar, the gaming company.
Yeah.
And so we started up a little project to rebuild the PCs with the kids at work, and then at the end of it, we're going to give them the PCs.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
So transferable skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get to work in the studio at work, teach them how to DJ.
Yeah.
So I still get to do the things I like within the youth work setting, which is...
What does your day entail at work with youth?
I'm a senior worker, so I do the boring stuff.
The admin.
I do the admin, apply for funding, and do reports, and all that stuff. It is the boring side of it, but obviously to have the youth club and have all the activities, projects, you need to do that. Yeah. But
And you've obviously worked your way up to senior worker.
Yeah. I started off with when I got that job, it was a 0-hour contract.
Wow.
But that was cool with me at the time, because I was just DJing.
Yeah. So it's as and when?
As and when, yeah. So I was fine with that, you know what I mean? And then, senior worker now. Which is quite...
That's crazy.
Mad.
Can you go higher than that? Do you want to go higher than that?
I could book next step. So right now, I'm actually interim manager.
Okay.
Yeah, but the new manager start a couple of weeks. So I could have applied for the manager's job.
Yeah. Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
Because the manager is not as hands-on.
Okay.
You're definitely in the office, like.
Yeah.
And I never really signed up for that. I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
But
you signed up to work with the youth, hands-on. Yeah. That makes sense.
That's more me.
What do you think? Like, you've always been quite, I say quite calm, quite laid back, quite patient. Yeah. So apart from those traits, what traits do you think help you in your work as a youth worker?
I understand the kids because I was outside, as we like to say. I was outside, doing what I was doing, and I know what they're doing, and I can talk to them, because there is youth workers that was never outside, and you can tell they get chiefed up. They'd be like, oh, is he your fed? Like,
really?
Yeah, like even how certain people dress when they come to work.
Yeah.
You know, they all come in there like their little shirt and their trousers, and I hear that. Yeah. But we're working at a youth club, innit? Yeah. They're looking at you like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So sometimes you need to go down to their level, and I can go down to their level. Yeah. And understand why they're doing this and that, and give them examples. Like, I did that, but this is what happened, or my friend did that. Here's the article. He's in jail. Like, do you want to do that? Do you know what I mean? So I think being able to relate to kids is the kids in all different aspects, because you got good kids that are not outside and that want to, like, there's kids that I'm doing the IT with. They're not outside kids. They want to do computers and and I can do that as well. So the kids that want to do music. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to build. Yeah. So I think those experiences I've had in life, like being a bit of a college dropout and changing things, kind of helped and helps. I think that's what makes me a good youth worker. Yeah.
How does I was quite naive of me, because I actually thought that if you were a youth worker, you've gone through something or you've had an experience in order to be a youth worker. I feel like it's one of them jobs that you need experience, and that will you know, that will hold you up more than if you've got a qualification and you don't have any experience.
No, that's not a naive thing to say. That's what I honestly believe.
Yeah.
Because the people that haven't gone through, obviously there's book smart and there's street smart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then, like, for example, when I was doing the course, I was doing like legislations and child acts and stuff like that, which I've never ever had to use at work. So yeah, it's you do need some experience, because you could go there and go from the textbook stuff and it's not gonna.
It's not the same. It's like when they train teachers in the classroom and then you actually get into the classroom and you have to deal with behaviour and you've got no idea about what you're doing.
Because you've got they probably watch this, but I don't care. But workers at my work, they can't deal with the bad behaviour. They don't have a clue. Like, oh my god,
yeah.
And I'll just come down and look at the kid and like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they was chiefing up on the other workers. Yeah. Because they didn't know how to deal with them, or they didn't act like that, or they never had that experience in their.
There's always, like you said, I think you can tell who has not only worked with kids before and had experience, but who has respect for children as well.
Yeah.
And I give this example. I used to work in a high school, and there was this one child who everyone thought was just a lost cause, basically. And he walked into the classroom, and the teacher didn't even say hello to him. The first thing she said to him is, "Why have you got your hat on?" So he was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Why have you got your hat on?" Took his hat off and walked out the classroom and left. And she's there moaning about him in the staff room. So I turned around and I said to her, I said, "Did you say hello to him when you walked into the room?" She goes, "Well, no, because he had his hat on." I said, "Did you say hello to him when you walked into the room?" "No." And I said, "Well, that's why he's that way with you, because you don't show him any respect."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly. You don't know what type of day that person had.
You don't know what they're going through, yeah.
Yeah, and that hello could mean the world to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If a child's going to walk into the classroom and you get onto them as soon as they walk in, what do you expect you're going to get back?
Yeah, so you get. Sometimes that's what I said to them. Sometimes you just got to let them mash up the place. Like, you got out your system now.
Yeah,
cool, what's wrong? Like,
but the children know, don't they? Because they try it with who they can try it with, and then other people, you'll find that they're a completely different child, and then you could say, "Well, he or she's all right with me," and they're like, "Well, what do you mean? Because he's always rude to me, and he does A, B, and C," and it's like.
I find that at work. Like,
yeah.
To be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's always doing red hair to."
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that.
It's not the same child, yeah.
But they know they can do it to you. Like one kid was throwing a ball at someone, like one of the workers' head. Like, what do you mean you threw the ball at your head? Like, what do you mean?
It's disrespectful.
I said, "Bro, you throw the ball at his head?" "Oh no, I was joking." I said, "Bro, you throw the ball at my head." I said, No. I said, "Exactly, bro. Like, come on, treat him how you treat me, innit?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh yes. Like,
how do you think kids differ in this day and age to compare to when you first started doing youth work?
Kids are mad. Because their parents can't tell them nothing.
Can't.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them, their parents can't tell them nothing. Mm-hmm. And I think the parents' dynamic has changed over the years.
Yep.
For us, from when we was growing up. Like, I don't know, like my house, I can't swear in front of my mum. I'm a big man, I can't swear in front of my mum.
Yeah.
Like, you mad? Mm-hmm. Even when I'm telling a story that has a swear word, I'll be like, yeah. And the guy said effing.
Yeah.
And da-da-da. But other kids would be like, yeah, mum. Tearing off, swearing, calling their mama this. And I'm like, wow, this is mad. Like, wow. I'm saying this a bit, bro, you can't touch your mum like that. Like, so I think those things have changed. Teachers have changed. I don't think teachers care as much.
No, I agree.
Kids are easily like kicked out of school. So the kids don't care.
Yeah.
And kids outside are crazy. Like, they're crazy. Like back in the day, you'd have a punch up.
Yeah.
Now, like they're just
stabbing
up people and whatnot. So, yeah, time to change.
Have you ever worked in a pupil referral unit?
No, I haven't. Well, I did, but I didn't. Like,
okay.
I did through my work.
Yeah.
We worked in a school with a project, but no, I haven't.
I think it'd be interesting working in one of them.
I wouldn't mind, I was actually gonna apply for a job at a school that's for kids that's been kicked out.
Okay.
But I didn't in the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think being a youth worker has taught you about yourself?
As you said before, like I'm calm, like laid back.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I think people get that picture from me, but I don't, obviously don't really judge yourself.
Yeah.
My mum always said that, but then I've realised that myself.
Yeah.
That's what it's taught me. That I've realised.
Yeah.
Sometimes other patients are the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, quite a laid back person.
I think when you like working with kids, that naturally comes out in you, that trait. or you're patient, you're thoughtful about things, you're understanding, but you don't notice it because if you enjoy doing what you're doing, you just do it automatically.
It doesn't feel like a job. When I'm in the office doing the admin and that, it's a job. Like, but as soon as it's time to open up the centre, the kids come in. Yeah, it's not a job. It's definitely not a job. Like, I'm gonna play football with them. Yeah. Like, jump in. I've got a pair of football boots just for work. Yeah. They just sit in my drawer at work, like for football. Do you know what I mean? None of the other stuff you have that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so.
What do you find gets to kids more? Do you think, like, what is some, like, a tip or a trick that you've used that you feel gets through to children? How can you relate to them?
I just listen. You've got to listen to them. Everyone's got a different story, different background. I think just listening to them and what they have to say. Sometimes you just don't have a voice. You don't talk to their parents. You can't really talk to teachers because they got 30 kids in the class. So just, just being that adult that they can listen to, and
How does music relate to them? Music's a big thing for all youth, I believe.
Yeah, like a lot. It's mad. All they listen to is drill.
Yeah.
It's drill, and obviously where my youth club is based is where they've got beef with the next ends, and it's a quite well documented beef. So sometimes I'm like, so I listen to what they're saying, try and make them. If they do go in the studio, I'll say you're not making no diss tunes in it. Try and make a tune.
War dubs.
No war dubs in it.
No war dubs.
Try and make a tune about something else. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, when you're not, doing your own thing, what else do you do? Yeah. Make a tune about that. Yeah. So I try and channel their energy. Yeah. Into a different thing.
How do they respond to that?
First they're like, huh? We've got some guy making like the Afro swing type music, and he was talking about stabbing up people and that. So
what?
So just try and do something different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
we don't want to hear the same thing on the drill beat about you want to get this guy and swing your knife or whatever.
Relationships and that. Do you want a relationship?
Love tunes.
Do you want a partner? Do you know what I mean? Talk about that.
Slow jams.
Yeah, come on.
I'd love to hear that on the drill beat. I think that would be quite sick.
Yeah, something different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know what's crazy though? Because I thought all these that listen to drill, but they don't. Some of them listen to they don't listen to drill. It's quite,
Do you think it's just because it's popular with their generation, they feel like they have to be a part of it?
Yeah. They don't really like it. Some of them don't really like it. They start to hear what's being said in the war dub, but they don't really,
What do they think of grime?
There's a lot of them that no grime,
None.
That's so disappointing. Jeez. It's so disappointing. I'm like, listen to, hear this beat, and I'm like, this sounds mad. I'm like, bro, this is grime, bro. Yeah. With that stuff Stormzy spits on. Yeah. So well, yeah, kind of. Like, but they don't really listen to grime. It's mad. I'm schooling them about, look, Sully is Kano. Kano was in Nasty Crew.
I saw Asher D tweet something or put it on Instagram. Excuse me. He thinks that most people think that he's an actor first. So when they hear him making music, they're like, why is Deshane rapping? Yeah. Do you not know where he comes from? Like, they've got no idea.
It's great. It's mad. It's mad because I guess the same thing probably happened with Bashi. Yeah. See him in the TV show and they see the music video, but what's this?
What's he doing? Yeah.
What's he? Yeah, it's mad.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's mental.
What do you think we as elders can model? What kind of model and how can we model great behaviour for our youngers?
I don't know.
Because children watch what you do, don't they? They don't watch what you say.
You've got to set example, definitely. And just give them examples of both sides of things. Do you know? There's a path you can choose. Try not to preach and tell them what to do.
It's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
you get more adults that preach to them.
Yeah, I don't preach. I just say, listen, there's two ways you can do. You can do this, and this is the possible outcome. Yeah. We can do this, and this is your outcome. Innit? Yeah. It's up to you. Innit? I can't. Yeah. I'm not telling you what to do. Power, This is what you can do, and if you want to do this, I can help you. Yeah. If not, there you go, innit? Yeah. That's up to you.
Is that effective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, one guy, like, he was talking about, he wants to do this and this. The other day, come to me and said, when I do school, I'm going to get a job at Arsenal as a steward. Like, obviously, it's not the best job.
Yeah, but it's a job.
But it's a job. It's like a step in the right direction. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a part-time job, but you can go to college as well, or you can do a football training course, and then you can try and get on the Arsenal academy kicks as a little coach, and then you can build yourself up, and then that kind of helped him, kind of start a little pathway into a career.
Do you think it's harder for the youth of today than it was when we were younger? To just live, innit? Because when we were younger, there was there was a few youth clubs, but there wasn't many, and then there was no like funding or stuff.
Yes.
If you wanted to go to college, you had to go as soon as you left school, otherwise you'd miss out. Like, there wasn't really any kind of direction or support, was there?
No, there definitely isn't now.
There's not.
There definitely isn't now. Like, I think as an adult, I think we always think if I knew what now, I knew then.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to then tell them those options and give them those options, because they don't find out these things in school. I remember watching the American shows on TV back in then. They used to have like a careers advisor at school and stuff like that. They don't have those things.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
You go to school, learn maths, English, geography. Then what am I supposed to do with geography?
What are you meant to do with maths? What are you meant to do with it when you leave school?
Like, as long as you know basic maths, you're good to go. Like,
but they're learning about triangles, like pi, all these things, and it's like, what do you do with those things? And they know they can't do anything with those things when they leave, so it's like, where's the enthusiasm?
Yeah. Do you know what's crazy as well? Have you ever tried to help a kid with homework, maths?
Yes.
And you say, oh, this is how you do it. And they said, no.
No, that's not what the teacher said. This is how you do it.
Yeah, and well, I can't help you. No, just get your calculator out. Yeah, so it's like, it's quite hard.
It is hard, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
What I would say to any young person now is learn a trade.
Yeah.
Learn a trade. That's what I would say.
Yeah. And a trade could be anything from what? IT, engineering, plumbing, something, innit?
Electrical engineer, whatever. Something that your paperwork
can make money off as well.
Valid at any time in life.
Yeah.
Someone will always need a plumber.
Yeah.
Or I know becoming a nurse is a very long process, but they will always need nurses. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know people got a geography degree. We can do that, bro.
We can do that.
Like, I know how to get to Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Like, book a flight and I can go. Got Google Maps. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can Google all of that information. Yeah. So I'd say learn something, that's substantial that you can use any time in life.
Geography degree. Wow.
Yes, geography degree.
I didn't know you could get a degree in geography.
Neither did I. But yeah.
What age kids do you work with?
So 8 to 19.
Okay, so that's about a big age range.
Yeah.
High school. 8 from 8. Yeah, that's quite a big range.
Big range, yeah.
And you have to adapt your approach to different age groups.
Yeah, so the older lot, you kind of just leave them to do what they want. They just come and play PlayStation and pool and just chat to them, just talk to them about their day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they want to open up, they open up. If not, just leave them. The younger ones, the younger ones is more fun, if I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They just give you bare jokes.
Their jokes, yeah.
I learned how to make slime and all these things. Like, sick. Do cooking with them.
Yeah.
So you just gotta adapt to whatever.
Yeah.
And stuff. Sometimes I work on the all girls group.
Yeah.
That's different for me.
What's that like?
It's alright. I kind of just it's mad a little bit. Oh, let's do some arts and crafts.
Is it wild?
And it's mad that this like play some tunes and that. Let's dance. I'm like, no dancing, no dancing. I said, I'm gonna go downstairs. You lot can do your thing with the other female workers. You lot done. I'm upstairs. Like,
girls always want to dance, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it, man. It's club. Yeah, and then it's quite sick.
Yeah. Do you feel that you can incorporate into your work bits of yourself? So obviously you said you've got a studio, so then do they know that you DJ and stuff?
No, I hide that.
You hide that?
I hide that. They know I can DJ.
Yeah, but they don't know.
They don't know who I am.
Why do you hide that?
Because I don't want to. So some of my work colleagues found out who I was. Yeah. They started Googling me. Oh my days! I'll swear down. I'm like, yes, we're at work.
Yeah.
Like, allow it. And then some new guy that we hired, he came in and then he was like, "Oh my days, Vectra."
Oh wow.
It was like,
Hold it down.
nah, but he's probably blessed.
Yeah.
He's probably blessed. So, yeah, some people at work, I don't want them to know who I am, to be honest. Allow it.
Yeah.
Like, I was working, we had a studio engineer before, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to sing some tunes." He was like, "Yeah, DJ." Okay. When this email just came through, it was like, I don't know if you had, there's a producer called Sovereign.
Yeah.
Made all them garage tunes back in the day. I was working with him for like 3 years. I didn't know who he was.
Wow.
He was just government name. Like,
he was undercover.
He was government name. I was government name.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, swear down, Vectra, Sovereign." Like, mad. Like, I was gassed. I was like, "Bro, like,
why didn't you say anything?"
Yeah, why didn't you say anything? He was like, "Oh, I don't want not to know. I am." You know what I mean? So, So, that's how So, I'll use them transferable skills.
Yeah.
Teach them how to DJ and so on and so forth.
And they've got no idea that you're Vectra.
No idea.
That's so sick.
No idea.
One day they might find out, you know.
One day. Maybe one day. Their parents probably know.
Yeah.
But I went to school to do some work and the teacher's like, "Oh, I swear I never Vectra." Yeah.
That's jokes. If you were to quit music now, what do you think your legacy would be?
I don't know. I've never been able to, like I said before, like I didn't really see SOK as a big thing. I know it was a big thing, but I didn't see it at the time, so I don't know what my...
But you say SOK, but you've done more than that. You've done European tours, English tours, you've been Jammers DJ, you've done Lord of the Mics.
Yeah.
You've got your Rinse show.
I've done a lot.
You've done a lot. I've done bits.
I've done bits. I'd like to have done more, if I'm honest.
Yeah. But we all say that, don't we?
Yeah. I think I would left more of a better legacy than I had ever expected, and I'd appreciate everything that's happened and that's helped me, and
You've got your events agency as well.
Yes, events company called Rilla Party. A couple of my brethrens. So R&B hip hop rave.
Okay.
So it's not grime.
It's not grime.
It's not grime. Doing that for about 7-8 years now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that get a better reception than grime?
It's a completely different crowd, you know.
Yeah. Completely different.
Completely different crowd. It's a good event, always packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's quite sick.
Yeah.
You get to learn about events and stresses promoters get put through. Like, as a DJ, you chase down the promoter. We used to cuss
promoters back in the day. Do you remember? Guys ran off with my money. Where's my money? Where's the promoter? And he's blocked off the rave and gone home.
Listen. Anyway, I'm not going to say nothing. Brother in Halsden tried to do that to me.
Wow.
I came back to the rave at 7 a.m. I came back, got money.
Was he there when he came back?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
So I found out that's what he does. He disappears and comes back at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. I pulled up at 7 a.m. and the rave finished. Yeah. We had words and I got my money. And yeah.
Successful night. That's wild.
It's mad because what I did learn, which is crazy, is some promoters don't actually have no money.
Really?
So they all put on an event and say, I'm gonna pay you £200. It's like, cool. Then they'll come with the sub story. Oh, the rave didn't do too well, and I think I got £50. I'm sure every DJ has experienced that at some point. But they don't have no money. They actually don't have no money. So I'm like, right, you gotta have your money. Like you gotta have everyone's £200. No matter if the rave's dead, one person's gonna say, no, you still need to pay people.
Yeah.
So
just because the rave's dead doesn't mean people shouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've learned those things that make sure you have your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, get to the venue early and make sure everything's working. I've had to rewire speakers in a venue during the event.
Wow.
So just little things. It's crazy.
So you know the stresses of promoter life.
Stress.
Do you have a little bit of sympathy for them now?
I do. Loads of sympathy. People banging off your phone.
Yeah.
People pulling up for this imaginary guest list. People that you don't even chat to. They're sending you DMs. Yo, brother, man's outside. What? You get right in.
No.
Nah, bro. Queue up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's mental.
That's actually really wild.
Yeah, you don't even chat to them. Man. You know who they are.
Yeah.
But you don't chat to them. You don't follow each other on socials or
Yeah.
nothing. Next thing you know, you see like a DM or something. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what? Nah, bro.
Yeah, who's that? You're not coming in.
Nah, bro. Queue up, pay.
Like everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. What has kept your enthusiasm for music all these years? What
I
keeps you
just
here?
love music. Just love music. My dad used to DJ. He was in the sound. My uncle DJ'd. So I've always just been around music. Do you know what I mean? So
It's got to be for the love, isn't it?
it's for the love. For the love. Yeah, I don't think there's a day that goes by I don't listen to music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't listen to grime every day. I'd be lying if I said that.
Yeah.
But I do listen to music.
You're
every
R&B
day.
guy now.
I'm an R&B thug. That's me. Do you know? I grew up on like dancehall.
Yeah.
My family's Jamaican, so I grew up on dancehall and like soul and all that. So it's always been R&B and dancehall and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like jungle, then
Yeah.
garage, then grime, obviously.
Was there ever dubstep?
Yeah. See, when I was on Rinse,
Yep.
definitely got that dubstep influence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Forward times, DMZ
Forward.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward, man. What
R.I.P.
what
Forward.
rave. Yeah, listen. Yeah, so kind of, dubstep. Yeah, man, dubstep's sick. Like, play Outlet Festival and all that.
Yeah.
All of that. So definitely had to play a bit of dub in the set.
Yeah. 100%. It was kind of like we went through a period where it's kind of like expected, wasn't it?
Yes.
You play grime and you had to have some dub tunes in there.
Yeah.
But then I've also been to dubstep raves where they've played like Eskimo and mixed it in with something seriously weighty, and it sounded so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of, it was crossover. A lot.
Yeah.
I think some of the dubstep DJs used to play like grime, garage, kind
Yeah.
of that as well.
Yeah.
Plastician and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has grime done for you?
Grime changed my life in a positive way. Allowed me to travel, meet lots of amazing people. Yeah. Grime probably stopped me from, I'd say probably might have stopped me from going to jail or something,
Yeah.
doing something stupid. Yeah, grime.
Do you think how we feel about grime is how these youngers feel about drill?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Like these they're charting and stuff. Like these are some roadmen charting and that. Or some men have come out of jail
Yeah.
and be charting and making loads of money. Obviously there's more money now in the music than when grime was about.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course. If anything, it's more life changing for them. They get
Yeah.
number ones.
Yeah.
Well, Digga D got number one album.
Yeah.
I remember Digga D, it was my friend's cousin. I remember he was a young kid.
Wow.
Little kid, like young, proper kid, and now you got number one album.
Why have we not got grime '1 albums?
Does anyone actually made a 100% grime album like that, like with proper polished? Obviously, Skepta has,
Yeah.
but it's never been pushed.
Yeah.
It doesn't get pushed the way these, because obviously they get like Skepta and I believe they have like distribution deals,
Yeah.
but they're not. So but they're not getting these label backings like.
No.
That these other artists are getting. So probably that's probably why.
Yeah.
And the kids now, I guess from our generation, we was like downloading music,
LimeWire.
LimeWire, and so on and so forth. I mean, and you didn't have Spotify,
Yeah.
and iTunes.
Yeah.
So these younger generation, Spotify account, they're beating off these drill tunes. Like
Yeah.
they want to hear all the craziness on the tune.
Yeah.
And those streams are pushing the albums.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. If someone asked you about your experience in the grime scene, how could you describe that?
I don't know.
Someone who's not grime affiliated.
My experience. I don't know how to describe it. Don't know. It's been like crazy, the ups and downs.
Yeah. Do you think people in the scene are quite guarded?
Yes. no.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of strange behaviour.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I think there's a lot of selfish behaviour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of selfish behaviour. People don't want to bring each other in.
Yeah. Is that because of the type of people they are, or is it a culture? Is it like a culture thing?
I think it's now become a culture because there wasn't much in grime.
Yeah.
So whatever you had, people used to grasp it, and that's mine. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't letting go of that. I'm sharing that.
Yeah. I'm not bringing anyone in.
Yeah, and I think people still have that mindset.
Yeah.
If not, yeah. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's wild, isn't it? Like 20 plus years later, we've still got that mindset.
Because there's still not much.
No, we haven't got
So when
a
you
lot.
get something, people are like, yeah, I'm holding on to that
It's
for
mine, it's
dear
mine.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
But things only progress if what you have, you share.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course, and maybe that's what's kind of stopped grime from progressing as much as it should have.
Is this why you do R&B nights?
No, I just enjoy R&B.
Okay.
If I'm going out, which I don't go out, but if I was going to go out, I'd probably go to R&B night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to house raves for a bit.
House raves, wow.
I was going to audio hall and all that.
Wow.
That's the thing, like, for example, Cheeky
Yep.
and Pac-Man.
Yep.
Then now Stephen C and Majesty that own Audio Hall Siesta, biggest house rave in the UK. So sometimes you just have to branch out and do something else. You're still a grime man.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to go over there. Sometimes the grass is green on the other side. Sometimes the grass is AstroTurf. Like, do you know what I mean?
I can't imagine myself going to a R&B rave. I listen to Mariah Carey, don't get me twisted. Like, I'll sing at home and stuff, but I can't go to a rave.
So when I say R&B rave, yeah, it's everything. So it's hip hop.
Yeah.
Dancehall.
Yeah. But is there grime?
I'm not gonna lie, I play the odd grime tune. I'll play a couple. I'll fling.
Yeah.
I will fling in.
Fling on a powell or something.
Nah, sometimes I get a bit darker.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because one of the other DJs is Tennessee,
Okay.
Pimp Star. He used to roll with us. So obviously he's grime as well. He's really you know what I mean? So yeah, so often you fling a little something dark.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Try and mix it in with something because it can mix it with certain hip hop tunes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a couple grime bits in there.
Couple.
Yeah. And everyone hears it and was like, yeah, a bit of grime, but
Bit of grime, but yeah, play some vibes. God.
how do you think we can get people talking about mental health?
I think now people are talking more openly about mental health. I think, as I remember, as a black in the black community, it's kind of not shunned upon, but
It's not really recognised.
it's not really recognised.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Lots of things, you know, some disabilities and stuff. I remember back in the day, someone would be dyslexic, for example, and they'll be like, "Yo, he's just a dunce."
Yeah.
But really, my man's seen the numbers backwards.
Yeah.
But it was just
It's a
like
disability,
but it was, I don't know. It was like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
Especially
to.
when you've got like old school parents or
Yes,
like first.
my dad would listen. Like, what do you mean? Like, what aren't you, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, dance or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Man? So it's. I think it's not until sometimes until people experience it or someone close to them experiences something, then that's when they realise, oh, it's actually a thing.
Yeah. And then you have to kind of open your eyes, especially if it's someone close to you.
Yes.
But where does that cultural thing come from about not recognising certain things? Is it because we kind of, like coming from a Jamaican family myself, obviously, we kind of just brush things under the carpet?
I think it's more of a, it couldn't happen to me
Yeah.
type thing. And
That don't happen to us. That happens to
yeah,
other
that
people,
don't happen
innit?
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the kind of, I was like,
Yeah.
because, yeah, it's you know, I've had like family members that have had mental health problems, and it's kind of not brushed, but it wasn't really looked upon that serious.
It's not likely that someone will sit down and have a conversation with you about it, or
No, it was like, oh, okay, like they're having some problems.
yeah,
and they're having some problems.
Yeah.
That's it.
No
That's
details.
it.
None.
No details. But this time when you find out what really happened, this person tried to kill themselves.
Yeah.
They tried to jump off the block. But it wasn't open. Everything was kept hush hush. So I think now people are talking more and being more transparent things, and it's being spoke about on television, and which is a good thing, because then you can then notice things and pick up things from early and intervene and help and try to point someone in the right direction.
Yeah, because with mental health, the sooner you pick it up, the easier it is to get over it, isn't it? To cure it or whatever.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of like mental health issues in kids?
Yeah. I think like a lot of these younger kids, for example, these drillers and a lot of them are suffering from PTSD. Like if you see that you get stabbed, or you see your friend get stabbed, or even you do the stabbing, there's no, like a young person gets stabbed, they get released from hospital, then what's the aftercare?
Yeah, there's no, is there?
Yeah, there's no after. Yeah, they just left. Like, you know, it might get a youth worker visit them because youth workers in hospitals and stuff. But that's it. That's done. There's no, they don't get no therapy. Like that can be like.
It's the kind of thing where you survived, you're all right. So that's it now, isn't it? You're just
because that's why like you know, that's when one time you find out that kids have been stabbed, and then when they recover, they're not walking with a knife. Yeah. They didn't know how to deal with paranoia. The issue, they haven't spoke about nothing. So yeah, that's what you. So yeah, a lot of kids, and stuff they go through at home. Yeah. You know, they see their parents, like for example, struggling, using the food bank, so on and so forth. I think that takes a toll on kids, and they see their parents. They notice their mum's not eating. Do you know what I mean? That can, you don't know how what's going to trigger off in the young person's brain. So yeah.
Those are things that have got to be like checked out ASAP, innit? Because those kind of little things that are little things, they can become big things, innit? And
definitely, like I said earlier, when you said like, what do you, as a youth worker, what do you do? And that's just like, listen to them. Sometimes they ain't got that person to talk to. They don't know. I can't really talk to mum because she's stressed.
She's stressing. You don't want to worry her.
Yeah, she's stressed. Yeah. Dad's always at work. Yep. Brothers out or sisters out, whatever. They go youth club. Like sometimes they're just sitting there at the table. That little conversation that can do wonders for them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes they just need a little, just need to talk. Yeah. They might talk a load of rubbish. Yeah. But it's a conversation, isn't it? Conversation. Yeah. They might feel isolated, especially after lockdown. Yeah. A lot of people feel isolated. A lot of young kids haven't even gone back to school. Like getting homeschooled. Yeah, they find it difficult to go back, don't they? Yeah, difficult to get back. Alright. So I think just taking notice of and giving young people a voice. Yep. I think you're doing amazing work with young people. I'm trying. I think we should always thank people that work with, you know, the future generation, because those people are going to grow up and be the adults of tomorrow, and you know, if they have issues or problems, it then becomes difficult to kind of fix as they get older, doesn't it? Yes. So it's important that we look after our young people. Definitely. Do you have any forthcoming projects coming up, or anything that we should be looking out for? What's Vectra up to next? What is Vectra doing? Do you know what? Yeah, this is not music, but I'm going to start streaming. Is it? Yeah, gaming. Gaming. Okay, is that Twitch? Yeah. Twitch. Okay. That's my next little thing. Yeah. Yeah, but I do also. From that, I'm going to start streaming live DJ sets with other DJs. So I'm in the process of kind of creating that. Yep. Creating that thing. Yep. So that's what I'm working on, streaming. So gaming, DJing. Yep. That's what I'm working on. Sick. Yeah. Where can we find you on socials? My socials, what's my bloody socials? Twitter, at DJ Vectra. Your Instagram is Vectra DJ. Vectra DJ. So it's either DJ Vectra or Vectra DJ. Yeah. So I know I should choose one and make it all the same. Same, yeah. But yeah, I wanted to drop DJ. Yeah. I wanted to drop the DJ part. Yeah. But yeah. Didn't happen.
Vectra, you have been an absolutely amazing guest. Thank you for coming in and sitting down and
for
talking
having
to me. It's been a pleasure.
Always.
Thank you to everyone that has locked in. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation. I will be back next month with a new guest for mental health in music. Take it easy. Thank you.